Hello everyone, this would be a run through from part 1 on biodiversity, and today we're going to talk about how we are going to comply to Malaysian sustainable palm oil requirement. Just some recap from the last video. High biodiversity can be categorized to primary forest, areas designated by law or relevant competent authority for nature protection, and also protection areas for RTE ecosystem or species, which is recognized by international agreements. So, for MSPO Part 2, the requirement actually mentions that independent smallholder must show basic understanding of species or habitat of concern. In the requirement, it also mentions that they can obtain information from relevant government agencies, for example, the Forest Department or the Wildlife Department. For Part 3, the requirement mentions that information shall be collated. Collated here means to collect and to combine. And this includes the planted area or any wildlife corridors if applies. So the informations that requires here actually includes the identifications of HPV habitats either in the planted area or areas affected by the management activities. Of course, this includes any ecosystems or habitats of RTE species. Growers can start by identifying the significantly affected areas by their activities. So, how to actually do this identification of HPV? In the industries, there are many methodologies that can be used. For instance, they can do survey, desktop studies, or consultation with the locals and also their neighboring properties or even the workers itself. As the first part, it's mainly talking about identification. In part 2 of the requirement, it mentions about conservation status for the HPV identified. But how do we get the sources of this conservation status? Or what can we refer to? With such information, then only we can know if there are any values in the HPV identified. For example, we can go to IUCN Red List or even the local legislative. For example, the Wildlife Conservation Act 2010 for Peninsular Malaysia, Wildlife Protection Enactment 1997, which is used in only Sabah, and last but not least, Wildlife Protection Ordinance 1998 for Sarawak, just to name a few. Finally, for Part 4 under MSPO, Aigo, no such requirement lah.